What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Oh, Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. It's supposed to hunt within the park at all, but that doesn't snipes.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the...
And it's my... Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing is... Listen, you hit your head. Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy it sounds. If you try to joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep the radio mast. It's so that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm worried. We got a bunch of out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
I believe that you shot a dude who went poof, thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight. You hear that from people who end up spending time in rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long sleeves, and eating a healthy pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If the proof, it's pure period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt votes.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or to New York. Your choice.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo!
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Achoo!
I'll wait here. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. What?
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and connected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing, but I was still angry with Barry. Talked me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them. They had Alice.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Oh.
No plan, really, just in the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the bar contest judges, too.
Well, that takes kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah, it's my kind of exercise.
Now, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking fishing contest?
Not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and the piece of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm getting, you know?
Well, considering your track record, participants are probably happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crime to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? You're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to take. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? Don't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? Point. I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. You'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page." Vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help me! Can you hear me? Anyone? Please help! Help me!
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
Please help me! Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found True. It knew. So dark. It'll come back from... You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy. The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe. I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
I just need hunting licenses.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Fishing
Is only permitted
for those
visitors.
who purchase a park
Fishing.
license. Obey!
The park ranger's instructions.
Rusty, no!
Never.
No roads closer than 100 yards.
Do bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than
25 yards.
pets must be leashed. Never leave your pet.
And unattended.
It is
Against the law.
to remove any
Natural objects.
historical artifacts from the park.
Gross.
This includes even
Find along the river.
simple berries.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
And don't open the door for anyone. I mean it. In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
We gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You too?
Hell, of course I see him. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes. But let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a... Just keep that light steady on.
A moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with my name. In the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. You send him, and I'll knock him down, Wake. These stairs, Wake. There's from the emergency box. Hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
No can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold... Just a little longer. Scare them off. Some light on those bastards, office. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, move it or lose it. Wait, where'd that one go? Better get ready. They'll be on us soon. Oh, you feel better now. All cozy and safe. This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the gun! They're coming!
Let's just go. Get with the program, Wake. Ah, damn it! There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. monster! I bet it hurt! See? Nothing to it.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read more. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and I'll...
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry!
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt us! Do you hear me? Come back here! He had Alice, and he wanted the mess. He thought it held some magical... On more than one, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. Power, but I had no manuscript to give him, back to Barry, and figure out my next move.